It is that time of week where we are going to be updating. I'm going to be updating you on the Detroit Lions defense. And no surprise here, it took a big hit this week, but we stayed the same in some areas. Now, we've been doing this for the past 4 weeks, something that I just thought to do a couple of weeks ago, as we have been talking about the defense for many years now. Now, let me just go back a little bit because I got to see the people in the back. The people in the back, bruh. I need y'all to open up your ears and listen to what I was saying about Davante Adams, okay? I said in the video that I would prefer a pass rusher, but if the Lions were to trade for a guy like Davante Adams, they're saying that they're going to put it all on the offense, and they're content with the defense. They're going to trust their offense to win every game. I swear, man, it seemed like sometimes y'all don't clean out your ears, man, and listen. And as far as Max Crosby, we probably will talk about him either tomorrow or Friday. But we definitely need to do something. And I'll tell you what, if Brad Holmes is not going to go get a defensive player, he got to do something on the offense. Why not overpower the offense? Y'all don't understand. Well, we put up 42 in a... Look, y'all watch anime? You ever heard the phrase OP? That's what our offense could be, is OP. It ain't, no matter what you try to say now, we ain't OP right now. I'm talking about OP. We running over fools. But anyway, the defense has literally been our Achilles heel for probably since Dan and Brad has been there, right? It's gotten marginally better every year. I can't say that. Now, I need you guys, somebody to put it in the comment section. How do you tally overall defense? Because I looked it up and somebody was saying it's like a formula and I didn't feel like doing it. So I didn't, it was a lot of different information of how you calculate overall defense. Now, what we could do is maybe we could average these numbers and come up with our own kind of syndicate defense stat. I don't know, but let me know what you think. All right. Y'all ready for this? It's a lot more red than it is green, but that happens when you allow almost 400 yards passing. All right, so this is the Detroit Lions defense through week 4. As you can see, total yards, we went from 10th to 22nd, down 12 spots. Passing yards, look at that. We went from 19 to 30. 19 to 30, down 11 spots. Rushing and sacking the quarterback, we stayed exactly the same. All right. Points per game, because of our earlier 3 performances, even though the Seattle Seahawks, and they only really put up 29. So going into this game, we allowed 20, 13, and so 53 points, right? So we were able to only drop 1 spot. We went from 9th to 10th. And turnover differential, Jared Goff did not, first game, I think he didn't throw an interception, all right? Went up 12 spots because we got 2 takeaways. We got the Kirby Joseph pick at the end and then the fumble recovery as well, and we didn't turn the ball over. That allowed us to jump up 11 spots from 23rd to 12th. So that's a lot of red. Now, I wish I had the other rankings, the week 3 rankings, because I would be curious to know if, no, I don't think it really mattered when we sacked the quarterback. But remember, I was telling you guys, in my opinion, that a good pass rush helps a average secondary. I'm not saying our secondary is average. I think it's above average with Kirby Joseph. Now, granted, Brian Branch was out. Okay, he was out. That might have cut down on some of the passing yards. It may have. I'm not going to take away from B. All right, but guess what? People get injured. It's the NFL. Other teams are getting injured. Other teams are allowing yards as well. So we don't get a mulligan because people are getting hurt. It's got to be next man up, right? And in the secondary, we allowed almost 400. Geno Smith threw for 395 yards. And that took the total up. The run game was still stiff. We haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher in quite some time. And that pretty much allowed us to stay the course and stay, with that 4th-ranked defense. So I think a pass rush helps a secondary. So if you helps a secondary more, I think they help each other. but I think a pass rush helps a secondary more. That's why, if you guys were listening, first of all, I did not create the scenario about Davante Adams. I mean, did y'all see the ESPN article? Did you see that a source inside the NFL is who's putting out this information? And all I did was talk about it and gave my honest opinion. And that is, if Davante Adams were in play with the Detroit Lions, Brad Holmes is going to neglect the pass rush again. And you know what? If he was to do that, then that means that the offense is going to carry the weight. So, I'm gonna be real. I would prefer him do that if he's not going to get a above average pass rush. I was gonna say Passover. No, that's later next year. Wow. If he's gonna get a above average, right? So how many guys out there? Trey Hendrickson, stuff like that. So I'm a little torn this weekend. You got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals. If the Baltimore Ravens lose, then Lamar loses. If the Cincinnati Bengals lose, then that's one game closer to Trey Hendrickson, right? Who had a stinger in Sunday's game. So I am going to say that the pass rush helps out the secondary. Carlton Davis, Amik was out there balling. Amik was very impressive. Like what I see out of there. Carlton did what he could against DK Metcalf. That's a big dude. And Terrion is going to get better. All right. So imagine that with an actual pass rush. But shout out to DJ Reader. Got his first sack of his Detroit Lions time. So anyway, again, let's take a look one more time. So as we go into the bye week, and we're still going to do this during the bye week because it is week 5 and this will change. The Lions will be off. I will put a asterisk. I'll probably put it down here, put a little asterisk and say week 5. I'll put an asterisk right there next to 5. And then down here, I'll put bye week. That way we'll know. So this is going to change, right? But going into games played, the Lions had 3. This is the worst fall that they've had. There's only 1 green arrow, 2 stayed the same, and 3 down arrows. And we took a colossal hit. Look at this. That's a problem. That is a problem. So again, I'm just the messenger, and our defense, while better, okay, and I know, but we only allowed 29 points. I swear, man, like, the people in the comment section, oh, you don't know football, right? This guy, that's like my favorite line. It's two things that I love. I love when y'all say I'm crying, and I love when you say I don't know football, right? Okay, what is the difference? We allowed 29 points, okay? We lost to a team that scored 20. So yes, Geno Smith threw for almost 400 yards. The defense allowed 29 points, okay? What was the difference in this game? I'm going to give you guys a couple. Why did we win this game? Give you guys a couple seconds. All right. It is the color. It has to do something with the color of the arrows in the graphic. Red zone. We went 5 for 5 in the red zone. 5 for 5. I believe the Seahawks went 2 for something or 3 for something. I think the Seahawks went and you got to, if we don't score twice in the red zone, if we go 3 for 5, we lose that game, including a safety, right? So the offense going 5 for 5 is why that, because if we don't do that, that 29 points is enough to win, just like the 20 points was enough to win in Tampa Bay when we went 1 for 7 in the red zone. And if we go 2 for 7 in the red zone, we win, right? So I think that these numbers can be, and of course there's context to all of this, but we're just at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about the numbers. If you don't put asterisks next to this, right? At the end of the day, you can have all the context you want. Oh, people were injured. Oh, this, that. It does not matter. These numbers are all that matters, right? So, and that's all I've ever done is go by the numbers. I might do it emotionally, but I do go by the numbers. And right now, it is saying from here, okay, that our pass defense is right now worse than it was last year. Of course, we got 13 more games to go, and as does every other team in the National Football League. But right now, the defense in total yards and passing yards through week 4 is worse than it was. Don't forget, our defense ended, I think we were 27th in pass defense. So through a quarter of the season, again, these, look at the numbers. Maybe it's because they're coming out of my mouth, the words. Look at the numbers. Through 4 weeks, our passing defense is ranked 30th. There are 2 teams worse than the Detroit Lions when it comes to passing defense. There are 10 teams worse in total yards. But just like last year, we are top 5 against the run. This number needs to be top 10. Just so you know, the Minnesota Vikings, who are 4-0, who have dominated their opposition, and playoff teams 3 in a row, okay, they have 17 sacks. They're very high on a lot of these lists. All right. Now, these lists are not the be all end all, but I'm telling you, man, at the end of the day, it's all about the numbers. Will there be an anomaly sometimes? Absolutely. Do I think the Detroit Lions could defy the numbers? I do. You just got to catch somebody at the right time, man. And look at the NFL as any given Sunday, right? So the Lions, this doesn't mean, but when I make assessments, I usually base them off of the numbers, and I go into a scenario based on those numbers. And I forgot to do this. I'm doing too much talking, and I forgot to do this. This was supposed to be the shot for at least a third of the video. I can't be doing this stuff and not show you the green gridiron helmet that I just got, man. That is going to be the new spot for it. I'm going to raise the television just a little bit and probably tilt the camera, this camera right there, what up, though? That camera right there, tilt it up just a wee bit so that you can still see the TV. I mean, it ain't too bad, right? It's not too bad, that little, but you know, I'm a little OCD, man, so that little spot. But this thing is absolutely beautiful. They are currently sold out on the website, but I got an associate in there. I got like a liaison. He's super cool. He usually lets me know. And check this out. He's actually a Detroit Lions fan. And he usually lets me know when this stuff is in so I can let you know so you can sell it out. All right. So shout out to my mans at Green Gridiron and the folks there as well. Don't forget that we have a new affiliate coming on board. Trophy Smack. I will have that affiliate link in a few days probably. So, you know, if you guys are into fantasy football or corporate awards or anything like that, man, and you can check them out on Shark Tank. So anyway, this channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You know what I should start doing? I should be like, this channel is brought to you by, you remember the ESPN dude? The brought to you by Sports Center. He was super cool. Then he started sounding old, and then do they even do that anymore? So this channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You guys could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.